Testing my mic real quick. Alrighty. I know I said I was going to do our free-to-play Amber account first, but I went on Twitter and I saw a spoiler. So I was like, okay, we're doing it. I am not risking any more spoilers. I'm too excited for this Archon quest to get spoiled. So let's get started. Hello, hello, Souls of Living. My name's Rain, and today we're doing Wonders Archon quest. Like I said, I did not want to get spoiled. Did my intro after my explanation. Don't know why. Mainly because I forgot to do it. If you guys did not see my pulling video earlier, I did end up getting C1 Wanderer, but it came at a cost because I also got I lost a 50-50 again, and I got C4 Gene, unfortunately. Gene's actually might be my first standard banner. What's it called? C6, which is honestly kind of crazy. I think Mona's also fairly close. Let me find Mona. She's around the same. Yeah, exactly the same. Skirmish is really fun. Yeah, he is really fun. I've had a lot of fun playing as him. I'm really happy I got a C1. This is the team I've been rocking. I don't know why, but it just works. It helps me get the attack boost from the swirl a lot faster and easier. Okay, so we're gonna start, but I gotta turn on my commissions real quick. It's weird that I'm gonna be doing the Wanderer's Archon quest with the Wanderer, but I'm not switching him out. He's too much fun.
Commission.
Okay. Quests. And let's go. And a question for you guys, if you are not catching this live, just leave it in the comments. What weapon are you guys using on the Wanderer? I know there's a lot of debate on which weapons are good for him right now. So if you guys have any really good suggestions, I'd love to hear it. Is Farazan, Diona, and Sing Show. Honestly, that's really good. The Hydro makes him able to stay in the air faster or longer, and the Cryo boost allows him to have more crit rate, so you don't really have to worry about it. So yeah, very, very nice. And then, dude, Farazan, I've had so much trouble with Farazan. I literally don't like that she has no energy gain herself, so she almost has to have Favonius Bow. And then
Too slow.
I really don't like the fact that she needs her C4 to really be good. Like, she's fine otherwise, but without her C4, I just feel like she's not really worth it over, like, Bennett. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of, I don't have her built yet, but I've just been watching people play with her and like having her at C0 and then go all the way to C6, constellation by constellation, and how good she gets at C4. It's crazy. It's such a giant boost. Oh, sorry. I just skimmed it. The attack boost from Pyro Resonance is nice too. I just saw the X and assumed. I'm sorry. Do you know what weapon you're going to be using on the Wanderer, Thomas? I'm using Lost Per, or no. Oh, shoot, I get their names mixed up. Yeah, Lost Per. Okay, I had it right. I'm scared. Like, I don't know how he's gonna react when he wakes up, and I know it's just gonna be a trauma baby. Oh, the Winsith is actually really good on him.
Suggestions,
It's very good for his
please.
charge attack.
I'm not trying to write a thriller here.
It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself
I
in the foot with
know,
your choice of research
as
topic,
weird as
didn't
it
you?
is,
The Tatara Suna mystery. When
I've seen
so
people
much remains
do the
unexplained,
Winsith with
there's
the
little to be objective about.
Shiminawa
Unless,
set,
of course, you restrict yourself
and
to
the
textual
damage
criticism.
of just constantly using his charge attack in the air is kind of ridiculous with that. So, you know, keep that in mind. But also, you know, his set is very good with the Winsith.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize
I hate when they start Archon
it,
quests
don't
off
you
with
think?
random people.
The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
I thought, honestly, we'd just walk
I
into
want to write my
Nahida's
essay
area
on
and she's
something
like, oh,
interesting,
Scaramouche is
and
awake.
I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay.
The British accent,
but,
though.
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma.
Yay,
Is
talking.
it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that?
Still, let's go listen.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
When is the event gonna come out? Does anyone know? Because isn't, like, the card game not technically an event, it's a permanent feature?
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know
What's
about.
up? You looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Okay, I'm over the accent.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
Watching your reaction, yes, the card game is a permanent feature. That's what I thought. It's weird that they are featuring it as an event then.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
Is it? I didn't see it this morning.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Pretty much, yeah.
I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
Wait, what is Tatara
If you
Suna
don't
again?
mind, I'd love to show you all
Does
my
anyone
outline
know?
for the book I'm writing about Tatara Suna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair
I'm
point.
so lost.
In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end,
he was one of the five
threw it into a fire
first
to
sword
destroy
masters,
it,
wasn't he?
and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his
isn't
servant, and
Katsuragi
the one who wrote this all
Scaramouche?
down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And
I'm
shortly
so confused.
afterwards,
Sorry if you hear my dog,
as
by the
Akaba
way.
mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
It's
So
raining
first
and
this
she
strange
flips
person
out.
goes missing. Then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Oh no.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Are we gonna
It
meet
just so
Farzan in this
happens
event?
that a friend of mine works
Archon
at the Government
class?
Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of
512, isn't it?
Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Okay. Is that a reference to that one event with the Kazuha sword?
Wait, so there are two missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yes,
Oh,
Kazuha.
the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details,
Poor
but
Kazuha.
taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the
Okay,
most.
cool.
Get to
I'm
the
happy I
point,
caught that
for
then.
Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
So Wanderer.
A puppet?
The Electro Archon Mage. Yeah, it's Scaramouche, the Balladeer, but
Aha!
that was over
Judging by the
400 years
looks
ago.
on
Yeah,
your
but Scaramouche
faces,
is
you
like
do know something
almost
after all.
600 years old, isn't he?
No,
It took like 50 years to make the original.
Lyman just meant, how creepy.
Okay, so he's more like
The way you
500-ish,
described
but
it makes it sound
still,
like a ghost
he's
story.
old.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
That's a lot. Can I I'm not reading
and
that.
please read my essay draft as well.
No.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think
Sorry,
explaining
not sorry,
everything
guys.
away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just
Gonna make stuff up.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to
Yeah,
everyone
the
I could
academia
think of.
seeming kinda
Whatever
shady.
information we have now is all that there is to know. This
Skipped it
is as much
too.
detail as you're ever
Shiki
going
is more
to
of
get.
a read everything
Besides,
sort
if
of
there really was a
person.
political power struggle going on,
See, I
if
am
anything
too,
like the
but not
level
when
you
I'm
seem to be
streaming, because
suggesting,
like
what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
I like to
Good
go back
point.
and read some of the books
Okay,
sometimes,
back to the drawing
or
board,
like
I
watch
guess.
videos on people like
Give me some time.
reading and explaining.
I need to find a new angle on this.
Because with how much information Genshin has, it's so hard to keep track of everything.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye.
There's like
for
legitimately like
now. Good luck with your
400
essay.
in-game
thank
books
you.
you can read in
If
Genshin.
you find out any
and
more info
it's
about all this,
just-
please do let me know.
it's
Thanks
a
so
lot.
much.
Can we go talk to
Hey,
Nahida now?
so, that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the Balladeer, doesn't it? Okay,
Yeah.
then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all,
Pretty
we
much.
kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that
Locked
is
up's not the
usually
right
super
word.
confidential, isn't it?
Nahida wouldn't lock him up. She's probably
If you ask
petting
Paimon,
his
Akuma
comatose
should
head.
just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
When it comes to lore, Genshin's always been that way, though.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked
Yeah,
like
he probably just woke up and walked out the building.
the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Okay. Wonder, find your past self.
The wind rises.
I mean, one of like the first places you go in Mondstadt is the library, and there's like 10 to 30-ish books in that place that you can just pick up and read. Nahida! Oh my gosh.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
I mean, obviously, he's so easy to
Sure
spot.
enough, you're here.
He's the only thing in red in this entire building.
The sanctuary of Surasthana! Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
I do.
What did
He's
you
an asshole,
expect?
but I do.
Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case,
No.
why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter
Because I feel so
yourself.
bad for you.
Nahida said there's still some mysteries you
He's
need
such
to
a
figure
trauma
out.
baby.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well,
If we don't
that
get a
escalated
Balladeer
quickly.
outfit for
Not a
Skara
good start.
eventually, I'm gonna be very
Could
upset.
I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
That is true. She struck
one in
2
which I
deals with
gained
him.
Valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
Plus, he's like super
Being
old.
stuck here in Sumeru
So
could
he has,
make
like,
him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
World knowledge,
Wait a
too.
second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are.
Yeah, but
That's how it was
I
between
never
me
really
and the Fatui,
considered Scaramouche a
and also
harbinger.
between each of
Is
the
that
harbingers.
bad? Because as soon as he joined the Fatui, the doctor tinkered with him and basically made him unable to disobey him. I honestly just felt like Scaramouche was just how the doctor did his bidding, because he's not really a fighter himself.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces
Ouch
with
for
us?
Scaramouche's backstory. Yeah, true. Like, dude, even in his teaser and stuff, it was just so sad.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't
Nahida's
listen
gonna
to
side
him.
with the Balladeer.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Hashtag Nahida is Scaramouche's new mom.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Right. By the way, I have a theory about that, and I'll talk about it when we're not in the middle of an Archon quest.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
I don't think the Traveler is a Descender. I literally just think the world forgot him. And that's why he's being treated like one. And I'll talk about it later.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Right. The same can be said about the other Archons. They are still technically the Archon until someone else takes that Gnosis in his claim, or ascends to godhood or whatever. They're technically still the Archon. So does that mean Raiden has lost her connection now and Scaramouche has it? That's interesting.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take... So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
Not the first time.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings
Have
back.
fun doing your thingy.
And Traveler, our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Traveler's so sad.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility
What's up, Avid?
to be on
Hello,
guard
hello.
against the Balladeer. But as
Let's
someone
give
who feels you
Scaramouche
as a
therapy.
friend,
Dude, yes,
I
he
wanna
needs
do
it.
something for you.
He needs it so bad. Avid, did you pull for Wanderer? And if so, did you get him?
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
You got your guaranteed Wanderer at 34 pity. Congratulations. The game made me go to max pity, 180 pools to get him.
Paimon's still worried about?
I was going to contact you about that, but
Because
then
I
you
lost the
suddenly showed up on your
50-50
own
to
accord.
Tenari.
Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
Oh, his weapon is very good. For any catalyst user, so even if you're using it on like Hazo, it's pretty good too.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put
You don't
my
care
mind
which?
at ease.
I mean, if you have both characters, either way it's a win, so I hope you get lucky.
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Wait, she could just do that? We don't actually have to go somewhere where there's an Airmansol tree? Or, I guess, route? She can just, like, okay, teleport. Bye!
Wow.
That is
It's
true.
pretty different here compared to last time.
Oh,
The colors
we're not
are
our characters.
gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace.
Look at that. Hot on my
That is
heels.
true. 5-star weapon.
You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh,
Nahida.
but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird. No way a prisoner gets to be so smug.
Yeah, but he is.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Maybe don't do it at this point in the story. Maybe let him, like, realize he's wrong first. Like, when he becomes Wanderer, I'm pretty sure he'd be open to it, you know? I feel like if you tried to hug him when he's still Scaramouche, he'd stab you. So just hug the Wanderer.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
And, like, all of Tavat.
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information.
You already
You
completed
must put aside your
the
differences
interlude
and be
quest?
extremely
Oh.
careful as you
Okay, very
navigate your
nice.
way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that
So
you
he
remain
is
calm
more
as
than
you enter.
huggable on my account. Well,
This is as
congratulations.
much for your own sake.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali,
I really hope
I'll
they
be at
come
the
out with
front.
a
It's my
Scaramouche
job to lead the way and get rid
outfit
of any
for the
obstacles
Wanderer.
in our path.
Even if they
All
don't have
you
like
have
the
to do
veils,
is
if
keep
it's
your
just
pretty
his
eyes
same
open
outfit with
and
this
try
color
not to
scheme,
fall
I'd be
behind.
happy.
You sure are confident.
My
I'll
Scaramouche
give you
questioned that day one
That
of
makes
his
it sound like
release.
you're even more
He is
experienced
level
in
90,
adventuring than
and
us.
his talents are like 8 something something, 8 something 6 or something
If
like
there
that.
are no further objections,
I think it's like
I
876.
suggest we get going. Or did you need some
He's
time
so much
to
fun.
mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
It's kind of feels like we're going into a computer. Doesn't
Is
it?
this a small sapling?
I mean, that's how we connected with
Got
Nahida's
it.
consciousness,
Come
isn't
on,
it?
let's catch up with him.
Is there any fighting in this? Are we just gonna be hanging out as the traveler the whole quest?
Wow. So
Oh,
this is
whoa.
the inside of Irminsul.
Different than what I imagined.
Ooh. I Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
I mean, I guess. It looks very digital.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey,
I mean, I wasn't going to.
we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking
Lost
at?
in crazy memories, probably.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So
Okay. Ugh, it's gonna make us walk. But we do get to see, like, Scaramouche in its old model for a little bit.
These sapling things have spread out.
those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh, he looks so good. I wish they would have kept the veils.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
I mean, he doesn't have a reason to lie.
Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
I mean, we could see it from the distance.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put any resistance, and he seems good working in the front lines. Maybe he has similar role in the Fatui. Stories now. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you
Yeah, but
discover
he also
anything
went
at
and
all,
murdered,
make
like,
sure to share it with us.
every member of an entire family, multiple swords crafting families, just because he was, angry.
Will do.
For once,
You ran
You're the
out
ones
of
with
level up
nothing
books
to
all the
do.
time. That makes sense. I get most of them from the events, and I don't really level up every character, so I usually have some set aside, but I really pre-farmed for Skara, just because he deserved it. He deserved to be level 90 instantly.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Nahida, is this a telepathic communication?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
huh?
I feel like we're in, like, a group
We
chat.
can talk to each other inside our heads?
Oh my gosh.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
So that's just the starting questions of why I made it so strong. Gotcha,
Paimon's
gotcha,
never
gotcha.
tried this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a
Oh, he has a
walking
he has a
contradiction? He's always talking back, but he
Primo
seems
gem?
to
Yeah.
listen to what you say.
he has a primo gem on his glove. That's really interesting.
As I've told you before,
And
there's
on his
still
back.
some mysteries for him
And on
to
his cape.
resolve.
Dude.
Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Oh, Nahida's literally gonna mother him by making him relive stuff, isn't she? Because the leyline tree is living memories, right?
Well done. Smart and attentive
Gotcha.
as always.
That's one reason that even though I love Layla, like Layla's one of my favorite characters that's come out in a really long time, she's not leveled up because she takes the same boss materials as Scaramouche. But something will surprise you. Oh no.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh.
Yeah.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Yeah, especially because when he was first born, he had the mentality of like a child. He didn't know anything about the world, and then he lost a lot of people he cared about, and it was betrayed. He's definitely a trauma baby.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Can have some extra backup, yeah.
Speaking of puppets,
She is
we ran
very
into
good with
two
him,
people
especially
at the
if you get her
cafeteria today
C4.
talking about
Her
an
C6 is pretty crazy
Turns
too.
out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You really want him to know that you care about him? I mean, he probably will.
How interesting.
Just like most characters in this
Those
game, if
two
you get them
managed
to
to
friendship
deduce
level 10,
quite a
he'll
lot
probably
through
ask
this
you on
work
a
alone.
date. Because literally every character that I have friendship level 10 has basically asked you out. So,
So the Gese got it right?
the traveler in his harem.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
And that I would spoil him with hugs
to
and
each
cuddles.
other.
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said
We have every
conversation.
right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So,
Did that surprise
have you
me that
found
he knew
anything
that we were
yet?
talking to Nahida?
Still looking.
Not
Don't get your hopes
really.
up, though.
He's
You and
always
your twin
seemed
come from
very
outside this
aware
world.
of that kind
It
of
wouldn't
stuff.
surprise me if there was nothing on either
Like
of you
with
in
the god's
Irminsul at all.
presence and stuff.
wait, how did you know about that?
With the delusion
Did
factory.
Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light.
Okay.
It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
I feel like Nahida sent that. And it's probably gonna be
Just wait.
his memories or something.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
Yeah, I feel like most
There's no
people
one
probably
else who can enter the
do.
furnace. It has to be me.
But he's so guarded
that
when he's
so?
Scaramouche that, like I said, he'd
Well,
probably like
Since you insist.
instinctively stab you, whether he meant to or not.
It's
Okay, we're going back in.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now.
Oh,
You
that's
have
a
shown me
different model.
great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
Okay.
The forging industry
Is this
with
how he
crystal
found out
marrow
about
as
the
a
crystal
raw
marrow?
material
Interesting.
has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams.
And then
Every
the other guy's
smith
just a
brought into
basic
this
model.
trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our
Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm
manufacturing
trying
and
to
forging
follow
methods.
along.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I
Betrayal?
tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to
Wait,
speculate.
did he not betray the Wanderer?
And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
So
And
confused.
recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do.
Wait, was it the crystal
None of the
marrow?
people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it?
Oh,
Asher?
I read this. This is a part
Nothing
of the Wanderer's artifact set.
Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Like the defense one for Albedo.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
I just wish the shy guy SCP would snap
Mikoshi
for his
Nagamasa
neck.
may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
He's
Are
from
you
Fontaine.
sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are
Did
you
the crystal
still
marrow
doing
make
here?
him go insane?
Judging from the look
I
in
feel
your
like it did.
eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, It looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing
Wish
here.
you could save Niwa. His model is
left?
very nice for an NPC.
Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly,
He
I'm
generally
just waiting
looks
for the
like he
right
could be a
moment.
playable character. Granted, like a 3-star, but... And he was
A
stabbed.
moment like this, where you
I
finish
knew he was
talking
gonna
and I
die, so
stop
that's
you
not
from
very
entering the
surprising,
furnace.
but I didn't know he was stabbed.
You...
Rule number 1.
You're
If
a
you
little
suspect
smarter
someone to
than I
be a
initially
traitor
gave you
and an
credit
asshole,
for.
don't turn your
I
back
thought I
to them
disguised myself
when they're
exceptionally
holding a
well,
knife.
at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start.
I mean, I figured
It's a long journey
because
from
of
Inazuma
that
to Fontaine,
ponytail
but that
thing.
didn't stop
I know that's
them.
a weird, like,
Eventually,
and he has like
they
the red
managed to
stripe
confirm
too.
that Escher was an alias,
I know that's like a weird thing
and
to
that
like
I
say,
was not
oh,
from
that reminds me
Fontaine
of
at all.
Kazuha, but that is
And
what
yet,
made me figure
despite
that out.
all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity and what
Dottore?
I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Yeah, it's Tori. His voice started to
kill me,
change.
There's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
He's our
Whoever
little
you're
tin
working for
man.
won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this
Recruit him.
trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance.
The way that Dottore, I think
This is
Dottore
all part
recruited
of a
3
carefully
people,
controlled
and they were all
experiment.
through like
If you must
fucking
know,
up their
I'm happy
lives
to divulge
first.
my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
and he will get it once his
it.
boss fight drops. I don't know if he'll have a
That's
boss
why
fight.
you gave us your cursed
He might.
technology?
But the
Just
doctor,
to let loose the evil energy from the
I,
crystal marrow?
I don't think is really a fighter.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance
Like
you have
every
of preventing
time
a
you read a
catastrophe
description of the
and keeping
doctor,
the truth
he
from the
said it
outside
says that he
world.
always wins by outsmarting
However,
the enemies,
I did not make
and he
it
doesn't
with
have a
you
vision
in
or a
mind.
delusion.
It is
And
easier
whenever
for a
he had
person
to fight,
be possessed
he
by
was
evil
always
spirits
using
when
like
they are
mechanics
filled
and
with
stuff.
hate.
So even if he does have a boss
So
fight, it
give
might
in
just
to
be
your
another giant
fury.
robot.
I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make
You're
no
gathering a
mistake,
Dottore
even
destruction
without
team.
you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our
If
kind?
you have Raiden and you could put him on the same team as Wonder and have the mommy issues team.
If you give him my heart,
Okay, he was stabbed. Wouldn't he like
Tell
be
him
passed out by now?
Nagamasa and I see him as
Diluc,
one of us.
C6, Kale,
He
and
has
Wanderer.
nothing to
Okay.
prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only
mean,
ones
Child doesn't particularly like the doctor. You could always
are
bring Child
people
too.
like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At
He's
least
dead.
this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see
Talking to a
what
corpse,
happens.
or is he like still half
Will your
alive?
puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
Starting to really hate the doctor. Not gonna lie, I didn't.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings.
Why does he look like that?
What fun
That is his
it
modern outfit.
was.
Did they seriously not want to make his old
I'd
outfit
like to
in the game?
introduce a puppet to you.
Is that why they got rid of
If
his
he proves
segments as well?
useful,
Because
let's
they didn't want to
him
make
our
the clown
newest
outfit?
comrade.
Are you kidding me? I was really hoping to
if
see the
not,
clown outfit.
Let's turn him to dust.
Neither may forgive you, but my God won't. Oh no.
Are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Oh no. Oh no, he's snapping. Oh no, he's snapping.
Good.
Oh no.
Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so.
But why did we see things from
Welcome
his
back.
perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so.
Wow, I literally
means nothing.
must have missed less
Does it?
exciting parts. I'm gonna
But
love this.
memory
Okay.
shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Okay. I mean, at least he knows that his friend didn't betray him.
Give him
The
some
first person
space.
to ever tell him he could be
looks
human.
really mad.
He thought that,
Paimon
he
doesn't wanna
betrayed
be
him, and
anywhere near
that must
him
have
right
hurt
now.
so much. And now he knows that he didn't betray him. It's gotta be like a huge, huge lift off your shoulders.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna
The sarcasm
incident.
Scaramouche, yeah,
So,
he is
the doctor
very
was
sarcastic.
behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned
I'm pretty
by
sure
the
Thomas
doctor.
did complete it, didn't you? Because you
Everything
said...
he did was
I think
just
you
to
said you
plant
did.
seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then he instructed him to enter the furnace
At
and
least it
absorb all
curves
the
a bit.
filth caused
That's
by
true.
the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed
What?
the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing.
Oh
but
my
it had
gosh.
protected
The
him from
doctor
filth.
seriously did that to
He
him?
thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
I
Holy
have
moly.
him books,
So the doctor
a cooking
killed an
pot, and a
innocent
bed
man
in
and
his
pinned
teapot
everything
room.
on the
That's
victim?
hilarious.
That's terrible.
My wanderer is in a garden of flowers. Just him, under a tree, we're just chilling. Because I don't really know what else to put on the island.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Pretty decor.
Dotori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Oh. Poor Skara. Do I actually have to, like, speed up time? No?
Shall we see how he's doing?
Okay.
Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
It is. Skirmish with the
Are you
murder
worried
eyes
about
and
me?
a smile. Oh
If
my
we didn't have
god.
such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
And a mechanical
That's
painting.
why we're here.
Ooh.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Okay. I am going to say this real quick. So every one of the Archons, even the 4 heavenly principles who live in Celestia, they're all named after demons from the Solomon's Book of the Bible, or whatever it's called. The Arsh something like that. And one of the demons that is in that book is Lucifer, obviously. And if you guys don't know, the Traveler and the Abyss Twin are called the Morning Star and the Night Star, or the Star at Night, or whatever, which is also names for Lucifer. And in the Traveler's character story, or not story, but if you like read their story, there's a line that says, you will return to the world in which you will return to the world in which you were supposed to rule, or something like that. So there has been this huge theory since we found out that they are Descenders. Yeah, they're not Descenders. A lot of people think they're from Teyvat. I do too. And when they were attacked by the Heavenly Principles, well, at least our Traveler, because he was gone for so long, he was like 500 years difference, was most likely wiped from Irminsul's memory, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, which made it so when he returned, he was treated as a Descender, even though he's not. And, yeah. By the way, Primogems are representative of the Primordial One, who is also known as the Morning Star, so... That's all I'm going to say about my little theory there. So I honestly think the Traveler might be one of the Heavenly Principles, is what I was getting at,
really
and yeah.
Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Okay, what is it?
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus,
Correct.
she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
Okay.
The jester
that
told
mean?
me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from
So the
Irminsul,
Jester is
but was it
from
valuable?
Conria, and he's just lived that long.
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
What
Oh,
are you
no.
doing?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Okay. I don't trust it, but okay.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange
He's still
a
pretty
few words
powerful,
with you.
yeah.
So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
No. It's not. It's possible to add something to the past by kind of like shuffling the order of things, but it's not possible to change it. Why would you ask
Done.
that?
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Greater Lord Rukadavada. I think
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Still want to hug him though. Balladeer, stop.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From
Oh,
this
no.
day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist.
He's gonna try and change the past, but it's not gonna work.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right.
Didn't
It's
he
time
leave?
to solve
How is he
this
still talking to
once
us?
and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Just go after him.
He disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
He kind of told us where he was going. Travelers, just use your admin privileges.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Jump into the ley lines and go after him.
Can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
He has more
It was the
responsibility
Balladier's fault.
than his creator thought. Maybe.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go?
It's possible.
It's all our fault. We were
Are we
supposed
gonna
to
see
keep
him
an
get
eye
his
on
vision?
him.
That'd be really
Sorry,
cool.
Nahida.
Don't be. It's not
It'd be
your
like the
fault.
first vision we actually get to see
Please, let
get
me handle this from
granted.
here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
And unlike his creative skirmish can cook. See, that's not... Raiden probably could if she learned. But you gotta understand, she's like the only god who literally sits on a throne and rules. So, like, she's never had to learn. She's waited on hand and foot. And not to mention, she's a robot, technically. She doesn't need to eat, so why would she need to learn to cook, you know?
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an
Wait,
emergency.
did we? To who?
I'll have to ask you to
Who did we
stay
see a
here for
vision
now.
get granted to?
Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Yeah, I don't think I finished that quest, guys.
Don't worry. If my
Did I?
assessment is correct,
I don't think so.
though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Because I don't remember
Please
that.
rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question has a strange one. It has to explain the full story.
He wants to change the past? But surely
Hammer Soul,
that's
but also Visions and
impossible.
Sumeru. I guess, yeah, true. It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they're basing all of this on Rukkhadevata's death. Kind of. But that didn't rewrite history. Everything that happened still happened. They just don't remember Rukkhadevata, so the world kind of filled in the blanks with just, it's always been Kusanale. But that's not actually changing the past. That's changing, like, perspective or perception. I don't think it's possible to change the past. No, not in this world, anyway.
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this
Not
inn.
really.
Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Sumeru be taking us to lore school?
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wanted to erase himself from history.
Huh?
Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing
Why do
yourself
we
from
stay
history?
in this hotel?
Unthinkable.
We have a
Is that
teapot
really
with that
possible
mansion in it.
Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Except for Descenders, who aren't technically connected to Irminsul.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point.
Oh.
Hey,
See, I
have you
do
got
love
any
lore,
ideas on what
so
we should do
hopefully,
next?
hopefully.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried.
Me neither.
How about we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of
Holy heck, I
anxiety
suddenly
here.
feel weird.
All right.
About,
Paimon'll start.
like,
First
you don't
dish.
feel good, or...
Mine's Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad.
I do remember it, but I'm still saying I think we have a teapot with a castle in it.
Lotus seed and bird egg.
Oh no. Paimon's wrong.
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
Did he change something?
Talking? The balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
Oh no. Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have that ability? That doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
So the Wanderer technically was never a Fatui Harbinger. Interesting.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
I still want to hug him. I do too. I feel bad for him. Like, I really do. He's been through so much. Okay, let's jump back over to Inazuma. You'd think the first thing we would do is go talk to Raiden and be like, hey, you remember your child, right? He didn't, like, erase himself from existence, right?
Behold!
Yeah. We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask you a question, if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About Raiden Gokuden.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futsu, Ishin.
What do you mean, name my Wanderer? You can name Wanderer?
The art of forging
Wait, what?
practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun.
You
Over time,
can name your
the
Wanderer?
5 branches diverged from one another.
Dude,
as
huge
generations of
spoiler.
bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. And for a long time, only the Aminoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now,
it's alright.
2 clans remain of the
I know you're
original
just
Gokuden
excited.
5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh yeah, we were. Paimon remembers that now.
Wait, wasn't that an event,
We
though?
learned a bit about the decline of the
Was that
Raiden
actually a part of the
Gokuden
main
then,
story?
too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my
I'll name
life.
him Makoto 2.0.
All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently,
Really?
when the question was
Oh,
on
is
my
that a
mind,
story quest?
did I
Really?
ask Kaede Harakazuha about this.
But I thought we got, like, his sword from it. Was that, like, a side event? I'm so lost. Okay,
He told me
I
that,
believe you.
As we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth.
But as permanent as the new TCG.
There is no harm
Okay,
in telling
okay.
you,
I honestly thought that was an event
but
because
I
we got
must
like an
warn
event
you.
weapon from it, but I guess
It is a
not.
dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Okay, so we didn't really change the past.
Vengeful? Why?
Gotcha.
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan.
So you can't
Knowing
name
that
him
they had just
Makoto
one chance
2.0?
to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped to get the smith's death. Though heroic,
That would be really funny.
dealt a devastating blow
And pretty
to his
dark,
family's fortunes.
but that's literally
His
why
orphan
Raiden
son
originally
was left
made
to fend
him.
for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty powerless and destitute. The only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
Oh,
Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally,
So,
he made a
wasn't the
drastic
Balladeer now?
to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end.
Okay, so
He
it
failed
was
to
him.
catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely.
I think I got the
and they
names
did
mixed
not
up
spare
or
his
something.
life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else? Oh, so it was someone else. Okay. Looks like the Balladeer.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
See, I feel like he did change history by like stopping himself from doing the murder. But then history, those people were still supposed to die, so they still died. And then the perception of it changed, you know. I don't know. It's really weird. How they explain time in Genshin is every single moment is like a piece of paper in a stack. You can take that piece of paper out with enough power and move it. And then people's perception of the weird time change will fix itself because the world is like a supercomputer. That's kind of how I understand it. I physically don't think you can change history by changing a moment. You would have to change multiple, and that would really just change the perception.
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon.
I feel like this quest is following what we know about the lore and changing it so much. I'm so lost. Thank goodness Kazuha's okay. I don't think they would, I don't think they'd kill a character off screen. Just saying. Dude, I love Scaramouche. He literally makes traveling fun again.
Swan Fury.
Like, I genuinely have explored more of Sumeru than I have in, like, the freaking 2 months that it's been out. In the few days that I've had Scara. Or I guess Wanderer. Are we going to Kamisato? Looks like we are. I could probably have just teleported there. Yeah, I don't want to really walk through the woods, even though it is fun to fly.
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters.
I explored a lot of
so...
Sumeru, no regrets.
Traveler, it's been a while.
Your voice does not match your body.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
You sound like you're just a random guy from the office who filled in for a voice actor.
And Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on your offer.
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Get some EXP book for him, yeah. The glory of free farming.
Dears. Is there something you want to say?
I wanted to ask you a couple questions.
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know.
Didn't we
you
only
are.
ever meet this lady in
Miss
Toma's quest?
Kamisato has told me about
Or
you.
hangout?
What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy
okay, here's the
attending
thing.
all kinds
The card
of
game is
meetings
fine,
and occasionally paying
but every time
visits to
Diona
some
opens her
local
mouth, I want to
organizations on
scream.
the commissioner's behalf.
So I've avoided the card game so much just because I don't want to run into Diona again. If you guys watched my original stream of me playing the card game for the first time, by the end of it, I was screaming at a video game character to shut up, please. She's always been at the estate. I know, but I think like the only time we've talked to this lady is because of Toma's quest, right?
Although
or hang out. That's the only time I remember talking to her.
He does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much.
Sorry if you like Diona, but her.
Commission, huh?
I don't understand why I hate her so much, but I do. I think Diona's the only character I genuinely hate in this entire game. Which sucks because she is genuinely a good character that I just have not built because I can't get over her personality.
Well, got any more questions?
I don't want her card. How could you even say that?
Very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you.
Her and her wet socks.
I must say, Many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since
I love
you
Ayaka, but she
arrived
has like
here.
super sister
So
vibes.
you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
I'm
I
flattered.
mean it. Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's
Think
a
you'll be able to
much
fight whoever?
better chef than most.
Okay.
Oh, the commissioner is so fond of home comforts. They
Dude,
get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone.
I love Toma
The way
so
one
much.
would talk about dear old friends around whom one can
Like, don't get me wrong, I love
truly
Ayato
be
too, but like
themselves.
Toma is
Miss
like super high on
Kamisato
my
occasionally joins them
I will
as
protect you
well.
with my life squad.
Whenever the
He is
whole
just the
family
cutest
gets
person.
together and they start
He's like so
talking
happy
about
and
people
lovable.
they've met
I
and
don't understand how anyone could not like
experiences
Toma.
they've had. You always get a mention. It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away.
Yet
What
I have the
just
Ashura
happened in the
Commissioner on
Kamisato clan in
demand.
that time? As
You mean you have him
someone
on
who is
team?
old and gray enough to have
Dude,
watched
Ayato's fun.
their son
Ayato's
and
fun.
daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much. So, in the future, if you ever do have the time,
Whenever I
please
want.
know
That
you are always
that
very
suggestive
welcome
Avid.
at the
That's super
Yashiro
suggestive.
Commission headquarters. Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too.
Good for you, Avid. Good for you.
Something that Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime.
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. Great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry. We'll
How did this quest go
Alright,
from us being
then.
inside an airman soul to talking to old ladies in a
Oh,
garden?
Are you two leaving already?
Yep. Everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Unless bounties. That's fair. I really don't want her to leave my team either, because I'm trying to build his friendship. So, I completely understand. Does it want us to go back to Sumeru now? Because I want to get his, I want to get all of his lines about the other Fatui Harbingers unlocked. Because he has, like, a line for every Fatui Harbinger, and I can't wait to hear him.
Don't get too close.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Come on, come on.
Everybody stand! Witness the power of...
You
Step
dare to
on
gaze
me.
upon me?
I know everything was dead, but I just wanted to see it. I don't want him to think I would abandon him. No, no, you don't want that.
Behold.
Even though I'm like 90% sure when we are using other characters, it's not actually them. It's just the traveler using his shape-shifting powers. But, whatever.
Well, here we are. But what
Because
are
we
you
wish for
looking for?
constellations,
Something?
not
Or
for
someone?
characters. And this
Do my
traveler
eyes
is
deceive
literally
me,
just
or is
a
that the
star
traveler
that can
in
look
Paimon?
human.
Xavier? What are you doing here?
Because he
I was in
deserves
the
love.
general area,
He does deserve
and
love.
now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand.
That hat is way
Make
too
no
big for his
mistake,
head.
I have been here a good many times before.
It does not fit.
Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Dude, I was just talking about a theory, and how a lot of people explained how, like, you could transform into a bunch of different characters is that you're basically wishing for memory data, and your companionship is just how well you're getting to know, like, the consciousness and constellations and stuff.
Oh, well,
But that,
it's
like
a
I said, is just
long
a
story,
theory.
don't you know?
It could be
The
easily
tale of
debunked by another
Tatarasuna
theory.
starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There
Oh
was a guy
no.
back then, too.
We know who the other one
They
was.
say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological
And he won't leave my
collaboration
teapot.
between
See,
our
I feel
two
the same way.
nations goes back
About
a
the characters I
long
really, really
way.
love,
How
I always
about
want them in my
that?
teapot. Zhao has been in my teapot since I got him.
Hey!
Pretty much same with Raiden. And now Wanderer. He's in almost every one of my realm styles already. Toma's in most of mine. Albedo's in most of mine.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
I kept Diona in my cat room. That's cursed. Having Diona in your teapot, that's cursed.
Sure, go ahead.
Unless you're, like, gonna push her off the ledge. Just a little bit.
A kabuki mono?
Or, you know, a lot.
No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman, for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course! Don't mention.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
Still want to hug and cuddle Wanderer? Then do it. He's in your teapot, right?
What happens? Paimon will always be there for you.
Then, you know, just walk up to him and do it.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? All right, let's head off and go eat.
I don't know if you guys remembered, but back when the teapot first came out, they talked about having
The wind rises.
other buildings that you could put characters in and stuff. Like, you could furnish the inside of other buildings and stuff, but it never happened. And I know they said they were just gonna try and have that as a capability. But they did increase the storage stuff you could put in the teapot, so I was still hoping that it would happen, and it just never did. And that is like my biggest salty moment of the teapot, like, ever. There aren't any options, though. I mean... if you use, like, the capture net or whatever, it sticks your arm out So it could be like you're like reaching out and patting him on the shoulder. That's all I got. You could serenade him with a song.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
Do we have to?
We have time. What do you want to talk to us
They
about?
seemed angry. I thought they were gonna get mad at us for telling them false information because
same
Scaramouche
topic we
like
discussed
changed the
last time.
timeline.
Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
No, let's go find Wanderer. I'm so tired of the endless talking to NPCs.
We haven't made any. Of course.
No.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
I'm not reading them for differences on papers that I didn't originally read in the first place.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece?
Hey, Trav. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back
Well,
from
that's good,
Inazuma.
Thomas. Glad to hear
So
it.
how about we tell them what we learned?
Oh boy, you're gonna have to wait a bit longer.
What
no.
did you find out? Something.
I'm so tired of
story.
talking to all these
Basically, we have
NPCs.
some friends in Inazuma,
We had like
and
30 minutes of good lore with Scaramouche and Kusanale, and then the next hour has just been us talking to NPCs.
Wow. So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Armanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true.
Because of the fairy tale.
So there's no ghost story here after
where
all.
you going?
This new information
Lean
actually
down
lends
to
further
Asuna
credence to my
de
hypothesis.
Camino
Evidently,
hace
swordsmiths were seen as having an
suyo.
incredibly
Why?
prestigious role in society those days.
I love fairy
To the
tale.
ex-
Yes,
All right,
okay,
leave me
point
alone.
taken, you were right. But that doesn't
I know
mean
that's
I
not what
can't
you're
carry
talking
on with my
about, but
novel.
anytime someone says that, Snow Fairy pops in my head.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the
Can we ditch
information.
them now?
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Okay. I mean, go talk to Kusanale now. It looks like it. And I know people are going to be mad at me, but I've been looking all over for the last of these thingies, and I see it, so I'm going to go get it. Sorry, not sorry, but I literally couldn't find it, and I finally did. And I know it's not technically the last one. I think I have one more after this one. But I'm not that high enough in the tree to get the last key. Oh, she is. She's insane with Scaramouche, actually. Like I said, my team, once I have her built, is going to be Wanderer, Farazan, Bennett, and Layla. Because Layla, of course, because she's cryo, gives crit rate for the Wanderer, and her shield is very good, and she's pretty much built, I think, to be a Scaramouche support, if you think about it, because the way her stars and stuff works.
You even want this?
Okay. Teleport back to Sumeru real quick. Okay.
The wind
rises.
I didn't even have to land. I love when that happens. Alright, Nahida, do you remember the Balladeer?
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
I have one question
That night,
to
we ended
Avid
up
that
chatting
I have
and
no
chatting
idea about.
until suddenly the sun was up, and then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
Do other people see the name change? Wait, do we actually get to name him and our Wanderer's name will change? Dude, that's so much pressure! That's so much pressure. I don't know what to name him.
The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Not sure, but you'll be able to see it on his... That's so much pressure, guys. That's not nice.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
Are we explaining everything? I guess we are. Oh no. Uses the name you give him. It's so hard though.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Someone named him Worm?
How was he even able to do that?
That's so mean. He's not a
As
worm.
the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make
it's
sense.
cool, but
if someone were to successfully erase themselves
here's the
from
thing about
Irminsul,
me. I change
the
my
world would
mind
change
a
to
lot.
reflect the new reality.
And if it's a permanent thing, as soon as I name him, what if I just don't like it tomorrow?
Remember him
Because there's a good chance I won't.
because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm
Named him
struggling
Pinocchio?
to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with
Yeah.
it. The Traveler comes
I
from
can
a
see
world
that.
beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
I don't know why. I'm thinking Eros. Which is the what? West Wind in Greek mythology and one of the many gods of love. Who's kind of an asshole.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations.
I'm pretty sure he's the god of new love and he like forces it on
I can
people.
only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person
It just kind of
he was,
suits him.
only you remember that.
But at the same time, I feel like that's a really stupid name. I don't know, it's... What did you name him again? I already forget. If you even told me.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
Tempest.
It couldn't change the
Right,
fate
I
of the
think you
ones
did say
who
that.
died, right?
I could name him Bongo Head after our fallen mushroom brethren. I'm not gonna
Once
do
the
that,
Balladeer
but that'd be
realized
funny.
he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view
I mean,
of
he
the
just fly
people of
around shooting arrows.
Tatarasuna.
I mean,
Now
Drew.
he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it.
It's a valid name. I know. The only reason I mentioned it though is
Balladeer
because
tried to
it
achieve godhood with the
suits
doctor's
him,
help.
but I don't
He was
actually
unsuccessful,
like the name
but
Eros.
retained the power to connect with Irminsul.
And
That
not because
power
it's
then
bad,
enabled him to change what was
because
recorded
every
in
time
Irminsul
I read a book
and
where
erase
one of the
himself,
characters' last name was
even though
Eros
he didn't
because
have
they were
much
associated
strength
with the
left.
Greek god, and he was an asshole,
It does make sense, but
like a villain
still
asshole.
ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless.
Wait, you can change it?
To do this, but
Seriously?
it seems like he got nothing in return.
If I can change it, that's like so much less pressure, guys. Do you not understand this? That's what I'm worried about. If I can change it, I'm okay with just giving him a random name right now. Because I can change it later.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
You get an item to change it. Okay, cool.
This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us. What is it?
Does she
A
have
record
like...
from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Wait. Does she back up her memory in locked spaces? So not even the Airman... If it's not connected to the Airman Soul or her, because she's connected to the Airman Soul, stored memories, like memory capsules, it wouldn't be able to change. That's genius. How did she do this?
You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory.
Don't question
Everything
wisdom,
in it is a symbol
baby.
for something
Damn,
else.
Thomas.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote
Nahida
this story
supremacy,
in a way
yeah.
that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must
Right.
have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul.
I still don't think the Traveler is a
But if we
descender.
connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges
Because
is
here's
the
the
one he
thing.
told us. The now erased
Every
life of the
godlike
Balladeer.
being has had a constellation of themselves, and the Traveler has a constellation of themselves. And the statues of the Seven have been referred to as, how do you say it, like terminals to the database that is the ley lines, the Irminsul tree. So what if the Traveler is from this world, like I said, and just was forgot about? And when he resonates with another element, it's like he's using his, or I guess her if you pick the other Traveler, logging into their old account or whatever, and gaining their lost powers. Because no other person can do this. Just something I thought about, sorry. And I know that was random. But the whole separating memories thing kind of made me think of separating,
the monster
I
found
guess,
a family of
login
foxes,
accounts.
joined
I don't
them,
know.
and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone
So
treated
does
it as
Wonder
one
has
of their
a
own.
collection of himself?
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity
Wait,
them.
I'm confused. What do you mean does Wonder have a collection
But the
of
monster
himself?
soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten.
I do have
carved from
C1
the wood
because
of
I
a
spent
white
money.
tree who had been abandoned by the humans.
I wanted
kitten
C2, but I
too
lost the
wished to become a
50-50 to
fox.
Jean.
But its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Well, I know his constellation is him.
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the
Because
mountain.
he's a puppet.
The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely
But
you
also,
can
if
help
you
us
guys
find a
look
way
at
to
the
solve
wheel
this."
for all the Fatui Harbingers, if you guys look at the wheel for all the logos of the Fatui Harbinger, one of them is just a doll holding a heart, and that's Scaramouche's constellation. Like, I don't think it's actually supposed to be him. I think that's just the symbol for the Balladeer. Because Childs is a narwhal, and that's what his constellation is.
The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it.
Oh, damn.
The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
This is so fucked
The
up.
fire was extinguished, but the
I think it's
kitten
worse
lived.
because it's in the fact of like a nursery rhyme
It
or
left
a
that
storybook.
side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live.
And it died.
It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world.
Ashes, ashes,
And
we all
no one
fall
can
down,
know
yeah.
that they were different.
Dang.
We solved it!
Did we?
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It
Yeah.
was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted
Yeah,
from
but he
him
still
by
has
the
like
scholars.
nerves.
Presumably,
He felt it.
they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
Big brain times like 30, Nahida.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria
More like
was
Big
where
Brain
your
1000,
twin first came
so
into
true.
this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
Yeah, that is true. Like, Scaramouche, he really was a puppet in every sense of the word. And you guys gotta remember, like, that heart that they gave him, he never really used, but later on, he was given a false heart in the form of a pyro delusion, or electro delusion. It was one of the two, I can't remember. And that only let him feel negative emotions, and it made him much easier to control, because they could just manipulate his anger, and it was a pretty fucked up cycle. And that went on for 500 years.
But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
Allow me to call my friends from the multiverse to beat up Totore? Dude, we should all, if the Doctor ever has a fight, we should all just get on the game, all use Wanderer, and just murder him.
So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To
I'll
others
send the
looking
entire
on, this may
40
seem like a
family
pointless
at
endeavor,
Totore first.
but for him, the chance to act on his desire to
I should just get on the
disappear
game
must
with
have
4
meant a
people
lot.
that have Wanderer, and we all fight Totore.
Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Paimon and her food.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Why do I feel like we're just gonna bump into the Wanderer once we go out here?
That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's up.
You know what this also means? Nahida knew that all this would happen. Well, I don't think she knew that it would happen. I think she was just prepared in case it did. Nahida's so smart, I can definitely see her predicting multiple outcomes for stuff and preparing for them. Which is honestly even crazier than just knowing a single possibility would happen. I think she was for any, like, eventuality. She just backups her own backups. Yeah, she's very thorough.
Behold!
Oh.
Too slow.
I still feel like I'm just gonna run into the Balladeer. Or I guess the Wanderer. When I get down here.
Quit following me.
Pretty much. Kind of like in chess, yeah. I feel like that's probably... Kind of like a supercomputer. Like, she's the goddess of knowledge, you know? Or wisdom.
Too slow.
You might meet a nice fruit seller? What? Is he just gonna be working at a food stall? You guys got me scared that I'm just gonna walk in here and see the Wanderer handing out fruit.
What should we eat first?
I have a nagging feeling that there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting.
Are you gonna answer or what?
Sorry, it's just, give me a minute to, I'm still processing.
Whatever you want.
I can see us just like Paimon walking up to the fruit stand and he's just like, here, shut up and eat it.
Something to eat.
Now give me your money.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
He talked about forbidden knowledge. Greater Lord Rukudvara, she said that one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own in Lesser Lord Kusanale to do the deletion for her?
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
It means he's still alive, but I knew that.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small
Dude,
problem
wait,
with the last
seriously?
bill.
Is
Look,
he?
Here.
He's just a fruit seller?
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the Balladeer.
Who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias.
Didn't know he could be so polite. I'm
and
pretty
I
sure he's
promised the lady
faking
down the
it. He
street
has
I'd
to be.
deliver a fruit bowl this
But then
evening.
again, he used to be very nice.
Leave it to me.
So
I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey,
with a polite.
what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
I'm so lost. Like, why? I was so looking forward to like him having like this breakthrough, and we see him get like granted a vision, but no, he's just the Wanderer already. That sucks. They could have had like this huge epic story, and they didn't.
Fury.
Or does he not have his vision yet? It hasn't showed it yet,
yeah,
so.
This'll do.
Oh, he doesn't have his vision yet. Okay, never mind.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his son's... Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
Smug smile, mean face.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be
You're right,
blind
we've
not to
been
notice.
following you.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot
Yep,
of people.
meme. Oh no.
Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take. Ooh, look at the top of his hat. Look at the specks of green. I've never noticed that. That's so cool. It's like a little constellation in the black.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return,
I love that
said
he
I'd
has
be
his
helper for a
feather
while.
that proves he's like important to the Raiden Shogun still on his shirt.
Nice of you?
Let me
Like
take these
the
back.
feather pin.
Then I'll come
I
with
really
you,
like that detail.
okay?
Then let's return to the city.
It is very cool, and there's so much symbolism in it. Like, he has, like, the lotus hat, which is, like, representative of Sumeru, and his vision is Sumerin, which is so cool. He has the feather that A gave him to prove that he's important to the Shogun, still on him. His alternate color scheme to kind of show that, you know, he is a different element, and that he's not the same person. Yeah. I like I said, I really like it, but I do still hope we get an outfit kind of resembling his old skin, just because I really liked his old outfit too. Like, I'm not complaining like this is the version we got of him. Like, I'm not, because I really like this outfit.
The wind rises.
But I it's gonna hurt not being able to see his old one ever again after this quest, if that makes sense.
Here you go, boss.
It screams
I'll
good
leave him
guy,
right
yeah.
here.
I wouldn't say it screams good guy, but more like,
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
I'm better now.
Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
Yeah, I doubt it.
I get
Let's be
it,
real.
okay?
Genshin,
You
compared
just
to
wanted to help me
Honkai,
out,
kind of
to thank
sucks
me
when
for
it comes
giving
to
you shelter
releasing
from the
outfits.
rain that
We get
day.
like one every 6
Even
months.
then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that
Or
you
I
don't
guess
want
2 every 6 months in Genshin.
But look, it was
in Honkai,
pouring
we get
down,
like
and there
5
you were,
every
sauntering
update.
along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be, and
It's
didn't
so
even
weird
care
that
it
they're
was
owned by the
raining.
same company.
Imagine you were
If
me
they didn't
for
have
a
the same
second.
characters in both
It's a little
games,
weird,
I
right?
would think they are
Why
completely
is this
unrelated.
guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
Oh, that. I don't know. but I'm sure there's a reason. A lot of the characters, their outfits are so like specific. Like with Shenhe, her outfit, like even like the red ropes, the comb in her hair, like there's a story behind each object she's wearing. So like that's like very noticeable. So maybe we'll like see that. But if you guys don't know, when you're playing as Scaramouche, back when you're doing like the fight with him, his hair lights up purple, like with those two streaks in the back, kind of like how Raiden's does. But the Wanderer, his hair lights up green with anima, which is really cool.
But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
Well, the bell is representative of Nahida, actually. Like, the bell is Nahida. Like, that's why he has a bell as a weapon, because Nahida has bells on her outfit as well.
But I don't...
The description of his signature weapon was a gift from Nahida to allow him to explore his new capabilities as a vision wielder.
No. You're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
I even like the like leaves and stuff he has on the back of his like sleeves, which kind of like a throwback to Kazuha in a way. And I know that's kind of mentioning that because like their history, but it's kind of true.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Thought that's what his flower on his back was. Flower on his back. I mean, he has a lot of lotus symbols, like that. His hat shaped like a lotus symbol. He has it on the back too. I think that's just like representative of Sumeru in general.
Too slow. Squall and fury.
Door didn't open up in time. He's too fast.
Quit following me. Quit following me.
Oh my gosh. This is such a climb.
Quit following me.
This is so much worse than trying to get up to the freaking church in Mondstadt.
Too slow. Behold.
At least with the Wanderer, you don't really ever run out of stamina. Ooh. That was with its back, the gold flower button on his back. Why does he keep saying not to follow you? I think it's because like he's supposed to be traveling with the traveler, right? So wouldn't he be like, stop following me, stop walking so close behind me or something, or stop following my every movement, blah blah blah, I don't know. Maybe he's breaking the fourth wall and is like, dude, I see you watching me, get away.
Huh?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful
The Grand Bazaar.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, It sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain.
An
I
alternate
don't like to
branch
rely on using terms like this often.
of time?
But in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Kind of a dick, but still very lovable.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my
We're
previous
just
incarnation.
trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have
Mama
to let
Nahida
parts of
spitting
yourself
facts.
go, or you'll never be happy.
Yep, shut up.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth.
That's fair.
If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah,
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Because you kind of deserve it. I mean, everyone deserves to know who they are.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything! What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom,
Can't we just yank
I
his
trust that
past
everything
self
you told me must be true.
before he changed the past?
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me.
Aww.
Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Just hug him.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
He has way more responsibility than his creator. Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
That was like
Understood.
not a nod, Traveler. That was like a head shake back and forth.
Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
mean, wouldn't technically... Yes and no. It's a difficult question to answer because I feel like by the end of this quest, he's going to be at least somewhat like his old self because I've played the character. I know how he talks. He talks like his old self. I feel like we're going to fix something, or he's going to get his past memories back, or something.
This looks like
And I think
Inazuma.
the wonder that is playable, not the
Right
wonder
now,
that's in
you're
the
in a
story right
dream I
now,
created using
would be
information
responsible
extracted from your
because he
memories.
does remember,
These memories will show you the raw truth.
if that makes sense.
But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your
This
protection.
reminds me of Kazuha's
Never give up halfway.
area in
Well,
the Golden
we had
Apple
to once,
Archipelago
but
event.
That was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
Or the site of his
You
abandonment.
could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too.
Definitely
No
Raiden
mining crew would be
Shogun
capable of
architecture.
this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
Are we not going to
This
see the
man
3D
is
model for
Katsuragi,
his original
deputy to
outfit?
Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident,
Didn't Golden
Niwa
Apple
was murdered
Archipelago
by the
show
doctor,
many things?
disguised
I mean,
as a mechanic.
yeah.
The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Okay.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Enemy? Oh, chest. Dude, this is the same domain. Guys, this is literally the same
Nagamasa,
domain from the
I
Golden
found
Apple
this
event.
young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide.
They changed
He
some of the
doesn't remember his
wallpapers.
name.
Like, this wasn't here before,
Well,
but
we need to
this
call
is
you
the same
something.
layout.
I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Wait, what was that? Wait, at least a piece of it.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I saw him in Shiki's stream. She's doing that right now. Oh, interesting.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay.
Doing Nilu's quest.
I
Ah.
heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. And then my dad got sick.
I don't... Nilu's quest was a little boring. The ending was kind of satisfying, but I didn't really like the whole debate.
He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
Dude, was it a plague that killed him?
But you can't.
Sickness?
You promised me.
I thought he was like,
We're
had like a
family
birth
now.
defect or something.
We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name.
Like he was
or
weak.
rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Dude, that was heartbreaking in his teaser.
What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me
Oh,
too.
dude, his mom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude. The side glitz from Raiden
voices have
is
gone.
terrifying.
It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Okay. I don't want to. But here we go. Why do I have a feeling that we're just gonna run into the actual
You do
balladeer?
realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that can be wielded with an iron will. Or continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Stupid shield.
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Wretched vermin! The wind rises. Looks like I went too far.
Yeah. He is so powerful. It's kind of crazy. And now we're in the
This
room where we
place is
met
dark.
the balladeer. Different
Paimon
domain,
knows this place.
but
It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the
it's like the
original
memories are
version of
run
events,
together, which
the
is
traveler
interesting.
once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
He is. He's so much fun, too. If you get his C2, guys, his ult multiplier is increased by 200%. It's crazy.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and using
Senora,
competent
hey,
kills all
what's
for
up?
money?
How are you?
Wow. You shouldn't have.
What do you have to gain?
I still
from
hate you because you're
belittling your
Krakolia in
subordinates?
Honkai,
You
but,
might
you
not
know,
want to
you look
admit
good
it,
in
but you
Genshin.
are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Dude.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried
It's so
about
cool getting
me.
to see Senora again.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you,
For
being
another level
tossed
up.
out
Ooh,
like
very
trash
nice.
must make you want to destroy it completely.
I mean, if you want to go for his constellations, go for his constellations. They are very good.
That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed.
His C2
I'm
is
sure
probably
the descendants
his
of the Raiden
best
Gokuden
of them,
still
besides
suffering
the
the
C6.
consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Too bad she don't show up, cause she dead. Don't you dare talk to baby boy like that. Fucking B word.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got to Shasnaya and Senora's literally just alive. Because technically Scaramouche. Wait. Scaramouche changed the past, guys. He altered the timeline, and Senora's death happened because the Balladeer didn't tell her he already had the Gnosis. They could have just left. She went to confront us, or I guess Raiden, because she was still trying to get the Gnosis. But if the Balladeer wasn't the one who was a part of that plan, things could have went differently, and Senora might be alive. Oh no. Okay.
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Avid, I like his sharp tongue.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging
Did they just confirm their ranks are based off power, actually?
Best if we finish our duties.
Because originally it was thought that they were based off of their age, but if it's power, then we already took down like half. We're strong enough to take down at least half of the Fatui Harbingers then, because we took down Scaramouche. Yeah, I have a point. I like thinking about that stuff. Yeah. Oh no. Dude, are we gonna have to fight him? Are we gonna have to fight Scaramouche with Scaramouche?
Considering that Amorta's sage Nafis refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
I mean, for
biological
Scaramouche, though, it kind of is, because he technically was one already.
I, too, would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event
Nail
that a
on the head.
successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss.
And I'm imagining all the ways for Dottore to die. Oh my gosh, so true.
Refine the knowledge I had gained.
I literally saw him sitting next to that railing over a void, and I'm just like, just push him, Scar. Just push him.
Nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
Yep.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's a doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
And he experiments on the ley lines.
Let's move on.
Which allowed him to make all those clones of him, which was like really weird.
Quit following me.
Not to mention a machine gun through his head. Damn, Avid, damn! Well, we know Avid hates Dottore. Oh. I think about as same much as I hate Diona. Dang.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human.
Who wouldn't hate Dottore
cried with grief,
for all that he's done? True. I mean, he experimented on Kale for years as well, and that's the main reason why I don't like Dottore. But after this, I do kind of hate him.
If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am doing,
so where handsomeness can take him.
Let it come to pass.
See, we don't know if he's handsome though. He could be hideous AF under that mask.
Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories.
But they said earlier that Ruka Devada couldn't delete herself.
All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, dude, this is gonna hurt to watch, isn't it? He's gonna break down, isn't he? Oh no.
And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Okay. Is the true meaning of Greater Lord Rukadevaka's words a person who can't erase themselves, and even through Origin Balladeer has gone, this person will live on in his place? Are person's sins
I've always felt to have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny.
How cool would it be if Wanderer just kind of joined our team permanently?
Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Cutscene? Oh, cutscene! Oh no, I'm so scared.
Your decision. Now, take this.
Oh no! Oh no!
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here?
Oh!
You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
Oh, poor baby.
Is he alright?
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Still with that dull blade. Oh! Death Ray? Vision? 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 Vision?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why.
Vision?
This won't be the end.
Ah! Dude! He chose his own fate, his own freedom, and his assholery is back.
This is trying my patience.
Wait, no, stop whacking me for a second. I want to see what they gave us. Alright, so his weapon, of course, is his. Noblesse? What? C3. Noblesse is a weird choice, right?
The wind rises.
I guess with his C2 though, Noblesse would be a decent choice because it increases his overall ult damage. But getting his ult though, that's gonna be an issue.
At my command, you shall fall.
Ow.
Swan Fury.
I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna grab my food bag real quick. Noblesse is not in every trial.
I'm used to this. My endless cycle.
Noblesse is not in every character's trial.
The wind rises.
Dude. Doing this without a healer is annoying.
Swan Fury. Be more human.
Like Nahida had her the Dendro in her trial.
Know your place.
Nice. Unless it's an event. Okay. I wish they would have just let me use my team.
Get out of my sight.
Oh, he's back.
Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely
And his actions in the past and the karma was... Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it.
But it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now, you've recovered your memory?
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay. Baby boy, he's grown so much. The robot was there for a second. I mean, he's murdered a lot of people. If punishment fits the crime, I feel like...
Welcome back, Traveler. Paimon,
To be fair, he has suffered a lot.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
I feel like calling it even is
exhausted.
a good call.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But
Is this where we have to name him?
I should probably change it.
You won't be going by the Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
I still don't know what to name him.
How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting.
You are not completely
Lesser Lord
worthless.
Kusanali.
He's so hard on
You
himself.
purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about
Mama
your past.
Nahida.
If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
Chosen family right
You
here.
could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins
We're so
is what it
cut
takes to make me useful
Dude,
again,
Avid sips
so
for
be it.
Wanderer so fucking hard. Like, harder than I do.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped.
Are hardest on themselves.
The wisest leaders
should be the
are
ones
fated
free.
to end up with
Nothing
the
more
best
painful
helpers.
than your own mind. That is very
I
true.
can live with that.
That's very true.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler,
No one
in the
knows your
future,
weaknesses better than
I'll continue
you.
to search
Most people don't
Irminsul
even
more
see them.
deeply and see what secrets
But
can be
you
uncovered,
constantly prod at them.
including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point?
Thank you.
know as well.
Let's hope we can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes?
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I didn't do what I did for a reward.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero.
Very
I
true.
think deep down you realize this.
But he's only had
People
those
who show up in your
relationships.
life don't just evaporate
So he doesn't
like water
understand.
drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back,
Thomas, like,
and they can
literally
never be
being
changed.
a
Which is why there is emotion in the
philosophy
human world.
professor in the chat right now.
Everything that you feel is real and lasting.
And Avid just
And
being
whatever
like,
is
come
missing
here,
in you will
Wanderer,
not
give me
be
hugs
made
and
whole.
kisses.
To be
It's
human
so
is
weird.
to live with imperfections.
Like, to just look in the chat and see, like,
You
these
can
two
choose whether or not
completely
you want
different
to be
minds
human.
going on right now.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become
Our
a
little
human a
tin
long time
man,
ago.
he's grown so much.
You understand what
In this
pain
one
is perfectly
quest.
well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I mean, true, but, like, I just meant, like, I don't know.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated.
I'm so used to, like, the chat
doesn't even know
screaming
where
at
to
each
start,
other,
but
like, having, like, full-blown conversations, usually about pizza, apparently.
You need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Oh! Dude, what if we, like,
I'm glad that you've accepted our
constantly meet up with Wanderer from now on when we go to different regions, and he's, like, following behind us?
Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too.
No!
Why?
Shut up, Paimon.
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Okay. Oh no, what do I name him?
Have you got anything?
Oh, guys, I don't know. I don't know. Guys, help me. Help me. Help me. I can change it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I don't like Eros, even though it fits him really well. I'm not going Eros. Typhoon, Hurricane. Wait. What was the name? Okay, in Japanese mythology, Raiden is based off of a demon who had a twin, which is what Scaramouche is based off of. The gods of lightning, or the demons of lightning and wind. And I think it was Ball and the other one. I'm gonna look that up. Venti. I'm gonna look that up. One sec. Genshin Raiden demon based on do. Oh, yeah. I can't even pronounce that. I am not going with that. I cannot even pronounce that. So... Dang, Avid an MLP fan too. Wait, what? Like I'm so close to calling him Bongo Head. Help me, like. Oh man. Maybe just like pick a random name. Dude, I don't know. One second. I actually have an idea. One sec. I actually have an idea. All right. I might change it, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Let me bring the chat box back up because I can't see you guys at all. Bam, 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 bam. Nickelback, that's a cool name. Yeah, Verdes. I'll send. It's like a collision of winds. I'm pretty sure it's like an updraft. Alright, so confirm.
Are you sure?
No! Yes, I think this will do.
Oh, all right, if you say so.
Wait, does his name change like on my character page?
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Stop rushing me.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed,
it's kind of cool that we got to name him.
Your path will change accordingly.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden.
I'm curious
living in
if you can
Inazuma.
see my Wanderer's
Some
name.
Of them know. Well, they ought to know
sure.
about the connection between Raiden
That's
Gokuden
fine.
and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
Have him on your profile.
Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so
my
desire.
Scaramouche is on my profile.
Maybe that's how it always should have been. What's that
Hug
look
him.
for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. All right, we're done here.
I know this
Goodbye,
is our
Wise
only.
Deity. And you too.
I know this is our only, like, our first interaction with him being good. And I know our relationship with him will probably get better as the game continues. I feel like we are going to be fairly close with him by the end of the game. Especially if he is going to be helping us with the Fatui in the background from now on. So, I don't know. I'm still hopeful that he will think of us as a friend eventually.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Very true.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Oh, shush, Paimon. We just went through like this epic thing in time travel.
Thank you both.
Again.
I hope we'll find somewhere nice to go
And
and
Paimon's
relax
just
for
like,
a
okay,
while.
I'm hungry, let's go. I have seen how name would work in player's profile. Okay. So if I like go to my friends list and look at their profile, then I could see their Wanderer's name. But in co-op, it'll just say Wanderer. That's interesting. Not you two again.
I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire.
Like I said, I'll have to look at it when we get
that rallied
done
around
with
the
this.
final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't meet... What's her name in this? Return to the resting place. Oh, it does say Verdius instead of Wanderer now. Oh, that's so cool. Wait. Okay, if I go to Friends, and I go to look at Thomas, and check information... Yeah, no, it just says Wanderer. Unfort, it just says Wanderer. Notice his name is Solo? What? What do you mean in Solo?
Yeah. Behold.
It's about time we
Like if
had
you
a
switch
break.
to another character? Okay, I'll do that in a second.
As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Paimon.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at that vase. Did
What about it?
someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
The night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table and something the Balladeer. But the Balladeer erased, changed the world.
You sound lost and confused.
I don't know how to say her name. Foscolor? Foscolor?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed.
The Hydro Archon,
Perhaps a
Foscolor.
god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else... who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it
The
not?
Hydro Archon.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does
Or is
not
this
change
Rhymestar?
easily, but human hearts can. Believe.
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was so crazy. Ah!
Squall and Fury.
Just go to Wish, because I know I have enough. Goru. Well, it's a free wish. I mean, if it's Yanfei or Farazan, it's a free wish. Just give me that last Goro I need, please, game. That was a very good quest. That was a very good quest. Okay, so Avid wanted me to... Okay, it does still say Vertius even if you switch out of him, which is nice. Achievement. Oh, dang, lots of achievements. Is there any more? No? Event. Oh, the dungeon event is out. When did this come out? I was just on the game this morning.
Too slow.
Okay. I'm not gonna do the new event right now. I want to check the other languages that Foscolor speaks in, especially Chinese. Because if you guys don't know, they give away who the Archon is very early, and it's by their voice lines. Everyone knew that Kusanale was going to be Teresa because she spoke.
Relax.
Connection to him, and the fact that he literally shoots arrows rains on enemies. Well, I appreciate it. That's very nice. If you don't know, Rain is based off of a god of death, which kind of suits with the Balladeer, so... Just saying. But that's really cool, Thomas. That's really cool. Dude, what if it's Seely? That doesn't sound like Seely in English, but Teresa... Kusanale doesn't sound like Teresa in English either. Alright, so... Genshin... Wanderer... Archon... Quest... Ending... Chinese.
Relax.
Dude, it was 2 hours, dang. It's Veliona! It's Veliona! Holy shit! Wait, can you guys hear it? That's Veliona from Honkai. Seely's gonna be the Hydro Archon. Oh, yeah. The Hydro Archon. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to react to the name you can't use on it. Wait, what do you mean?
Relax.
What do you mean the names you can't use on him? I mean, it sounded like Veliona. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that sounded a lot like Veliona. But here's the thing. It could have also been Rita, because they kind of sound a lot alike, but I don't think the Hydro Archon would be Rita. That doesn't make sense to me. But they do sound very alike, because they're both, you know, Dami, Mommy.
Quit following me.
Oh yeah, what was I gonna do? I have resin to spend. So let's go spend resin, and I think I'll end. Well, I can't really spend it on his domain. Because it's not till tomorrow, so I guess... I guess we could fight the boss a couple times for Layla. If you guys don't know who Veliona is, and you want to see what the Hydro Archon might look like, just look up Honkai, Seely, Veliona.
Behold!
I kind of figured it was going to be Seely, I'm not going to lie. But I did kind of figure they were going to go Veliona as the Archon and not Seely, because Seely is very, like, cutesy friendly. I could be completely wrong, like, don't take this as, like, fact, but it definitely sounds like the same voice actor, and for every character that's been a parallel, they've used the same voice actor. Like, Yai Miko is voiced in Chinese by Yai Sakura as voice actor. Raiden Shogun is voiced by Raiden Mei's voice actor. Kusanale is voiced by Teresa's voice actor.
As an umbrella? The audacity to even make that request.
Alright, let's fight this for Layla, because she needs it too.
Fire it up!
And then go.
Go ahead! Let me weave you a verse.
Boop.
I got you
Boop.
covered! Cry
Boop.
louder! Upon the gale.
Okay, not horrible damage, just not the best. Definitely do better. He just needs better artifacts.
The wind rises.
Dude, he actually makes pretty quick work of him. All things considered. Guess we'll just go here and wait for it to recharge. Honestly, I think that was one of the best Archon quests we've had. I think Shenhe's is probably still my favorite. Because I got very emotionally, like, invested in Shenhe's, like, very early. Oh, there's a coin there. But the cutscene at the end of that one was insane. It was so good. Okay. What can I do until this boss comes back? Okay, come on, please load. I was just thinking how messed up it is to literally plan someone to go down dark path for one's own. Yeah, it is kind of dork, but Genshin has slowly been getting there. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the further we get in the game, the more like punches it's taking, I guess you could say. Because I feel like with Genshin,
This realm is truly
it wants to get that more mature audience and stuff. But I think what they're trying to do is make it so the later the game gets, the darker it gets. Because let's be real, a lot of the younger kids that play probably won't beat the story. And I think that's what they're trying to do. So it's not like Honkai where it's like, oh, you reach chapter 9. Here, we'll kill off half the characters. The beginning is always fun, and then it slowly turns dark. Yeah. I don't think Adventure Time turned that dark. I mean, it had its dark moments. Like, when Fern had to die by Weed Whacker, that was, pretty messed up. But I mean, we did get, Gumbly kiss at the end, so... I'm not even gonna spend it, there's no point. I can't get anything.
If you ever have...
I'm well aware that many people will want to seek me out and settle the grudges they've built against me in my past life. Fine by me. Come one, come all, I say. As a matter of fact, I'm somewhat looking forward to it.
Damn.
The wind rises.
Boy ain't scared of nothing. This teapot looks so empty compared to my other ones. Like, I legitimately don't know what to put in this. Infoot, having grass arm, hey, robot arm, Jake having kids, him having reincarnations, yeah. Gotcha.
Relax.
Yeah, but Adventure Time legitimately had some pretty dark themes, like how Princess Bubblegum had to, like, make this potion that turned her family members into forever happy candy people, even though they were screaming on the inside every day. They couldn't control their actions or anything, just watch what their bodies were doing. That's pretty dark. But to be fair, her uncle was trying to kill her. But still. Yeah, Gumball. They did get together. They were kind of always together. They had a whole movie afterwards explaining their past and why they broke up. And then the final movie literally showed what happened to Finn after he died. Like, him trying to find Jake in the underworld or whatever. Not anymore. If you watch the ending, he's actually back to normal. And living out his life with the rest of the years he got left with his pseudo-daughter, Marceline. It was very cute. I think Ice King is like the only one who got a good ending, not gonna lie. Besides Gumball and Marceline. Because Finn and Jake's ending was, like, not satisfying.
Too slow. The wind rises.
It's your time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to a very distant lands. We don't talk about the lemon Minecraft episode. The whole thing was just like that one lemon grab dude trying to plant a lemon tree in Minecraft and not working.
Let's light it up.
Check this out.
Hey, that was my bad. I completely messed up the rotation because I didn't really realize that everyone didn't have their thing up.
Witness the power of
Here's backup. Unsightly insects. Squall fury. Fire it up.
Let's light it up. No, my sword.
Oh, you think you can get away? That's so cute.
You're dead.
Hate when I get hit. Mid-air recovery takes so long.
Rain outlines your fate.
I got you covered.
Everybody stand up.
Cry louder. The wind rises.
Alright guys, it's getting pretty late. So I am going to call it there. That quest took a lot longer than I thought it would, so we're not going to play our Amber account tonight, just because it's already 10 o'clock. So I'll play it later in the week, most likely in the morning sometime. And we have a couple quests and stuff to do on that, and I mean, soon we'll be going to Inazuma on that account, which is kind of scary. But I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. It was a lot of fun. It was a very fun Archon quest, and it made me emotional. So, hey, it was definitely good. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!